Hello friends, a very good afternoon to all of you and a warm welcome on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I'm Gaurav Gupta and today I'll be basically taking a session on logical based data interpretation which will definitely help you for the preparation of CAT 2023. So this session definitely will be helpful for all the students who are preparing for CAT 2023, right? But also the students will be taking examinations in the upcoming days or in the upcoming months. I can say that this session can be helpful for those students as well, because the sets that we are going to take on, these are the sets which are based on data interpretation, and in these sets not very heavy calculations will be involved, but a beautiful good logic will be involved in these sets. All right, so this session definitely will be helpful for all the students who are preparing for any of these entrance examinations which are left. So we can say that if I'll talk about the present scenario, IFT examination is over, CAT examination is over. We are left with one slot of SNAP. Still, ZAT is yet to come. TIS, Narsi Munji, MHCT. So these all examinations are still there. So the students who are preparing for this session, definitely this session will be helpful for all of them. And all the students who are preparing for the next season, the next year, definitely this going to be a wonderful session. This going to be a very helpful session for all of them. Now, what is logical based DI? What is logic based DI? Now, logic based DI is a set of questions on data interpretation in which definitely there'll be numbers, we'll be dealing with slight calculations because this is data interpretation. But logic based data interpretation will have lesser amount of calculations, small numbers, and there will be some kind of logic that will be involved in these questions. So it will not be purely calculation based, but definitely there'll be some amount of logic that you'll be going to see in these questions. All right, so the agenda of today's session is definitely looking at some sets which have which are from data interpretation, but definitely in which some kind of logic will be applicable. So logic based data interpretation questions will be the agenda of today's session. All right, so let us start with this, and we are going to take on some beautiful sets of questions in today's session. All right. Now, the way I'll be handling these questions, the way we'll be solving these questions in this session will be I'll be presenting you the common set of information. It may be a table, it may be some kind of information using which you'll have to give answers for the questions that will follow. We'll be taking on these questions one by one. So I'll be waiting, I'll be giving you some time, let's say 30 seconds or maybe a minute, maximum 1 minute to solve every question, and after which I will be discussing that particular question in front of you. All right, chaliye start karte hain. So the first set for all of you, it will have 5 questions. Generally CAT maybe 5 questions aate hain. So look at this set and read this data and give me a thumbs up once you are done reading this data, or I shall read it with you. ठीक है? So साथ में read करते हैं सब. So in a class 10th board examination, 10 papers are distributed over 5 groups. PCB, so these are 5 groups: PCB, mathematics, social science, vernacular, and English. So these are 5 groups in which 10 papers are distributed. Each of the 10 papers is evaluated out of 100. The final score of a student is calculated in the following manner. So quickly, I'll show you the table and then I'll come back to this data. All right. So basically, 10 subjects are distributed in 5 groups, and let us see how this is distributed. So this is given in the table. So on the leftmost column, you will see the name of the students. Then the first group is PCB group, and it has 3 subjects: physics, chemistry, and biology. Then mathematics group, it has only 1 subject. Social science group has 2 subjects: history and geography. Vernacular group has 2 subjects, 2 papers, paper 1, paper 2. English group has 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. And then finally, the final score of a student is given. Okay, now we'll be knowing, we'll be getting to know that how this final score is evaluated based on the score of all these groups or all these subjects individually. Okay, so this is basically the table that we'll have to use, right? Now going back, it says that the final score of a student is calculated in the following manner. Let us understand that. Now, first of all, the group scores are obtained by averaging the marks in the papers within that group. Okay, so first of all, for these 5 groups, group scores are calculated by averaging the marks in the papers within the group. All right. Now, the final score is the simple average of the group scores. So first of all, group scores are obtained, and then these are 5 group scores. We'll take simple average of these 5 group scores, and then we'll be getting the final score. All right. The data for the top 10 students are presented below. Deepan's score in English paper 2 has been intentionally removed in the table. So this is one thing that is removed from the table. All right. Am I clear to each and every one of you? Come on, give me a yes or a no. All the students who are presented right now in this session. जो भी अभी इस सेशन में है, come on, quickly give me a response. Is it fine? All right. So let's have a look at this. A note. So B or G against the name of a student respectively indicates whether the student is a boy or a girl. So now let us understand this entire table properly. Okay. Now, what do they mean by, first of all, the group scores? So group scores are basically the average of all these groups. Okay. So if I talk about Aisha, Aisha is one student. So Aisha's group score in PCB will be how much? If you look at Aisha, so Aisha's group score in the first group PCB will be how much? Come on. So Aisha scored 98, 96 and 97. Now what will be the average of these numbers? 98, 96 and 97 का average कितना होगा? It will be equal to, yes, anyone? It will be equal to 97. All right. Then in the mathematics group, there is only one subject. So its average will be 98 only. 98 will be the average of this. All right. So first group, it has 3 subjects. I've taken the average. Second group, only one subject. So the value in this group will become the average since there is only one number. Next, history and geography, the third group, 93 and 95 are the scores. So I can say that their average will be 94. Vernacular group, 94 and 96, their average will be 95. And last, English group, 96 and 98, the average will be 97. I'm just helping you understanding this data. All right. Okay. Now, after that, we have obtained the group scores. So the final score of Aisha will be the average of these numbers, the average of these 5 numbers. So 97, 98, 94, 95 and 97. The average of these 5 numbers, I'll add them divided by 5. The average of these 5 numbers will be the final score of Aisha. You can verify this, though there is no need to verify because final score of Aisha is already calculated. I'm just helping you out to understand how things will happen, how things will work in this case. Okay, so अब इन सबको add कर लेते हैं. So it will be 450 and then 15, 19, 24, 31. 481 divided by 5, and this will come out to be 96.2 precisely. 96.2, you can see the final score of Aisha. All right. So अब इस तरीके से यहाँ पे सारी calculations हुई है. Done. So now I'll give you 1 minute, or you can take less than 30 seconds. You can do that. So I'll give you 30 to 45 seconds to give me the score of Deepan, the third student in English paper 2, which is a question mark. Look at Deepan. Now Deepan, there is one score that is missing for Deepan, and I want what will be the value of English paper 2 for Deepan. I'm giving you a few seconds. So if I'll look at it one by one, so in the first group of Deepan, 98, 98, 98, the average will be 98. All right. For second one, it will be 95. So 98 plus 95. Then for the third group, it will be 96 and 95. The average will be 95.5. Fine. Then for the fourth group, it will be 95. And for the final group, let us consider it as X. All right. So let us consider the average of the final group as X. Now all these divided by 5 should be equal to the final score of Deepan, which is 96. All right. So all these things divided by 5 will be average score of Deepan. So what I'll do is, I'll not divide it by 5. I can say that I'll make an equation. So sum of all these will be equal to 96 into 5. All right. So now from here you can find the value of X. अब x की वैल्यू क्या आएगी 96 into 5 है so 96 minus 95 will be plus 1 then again plus 1 then यहाँ से 0.5 minus होगा so plus 0.5 so that is plus 2.5. Now I'm making calculations easy for you. Let us have a look at it. राइट साइड में है 96 into 5. ओके राइट साइड में 96 into 5 है 96 into 5 को 96 plus 96 plus 96 पांच बार अगर हम माइंड में अज्यूम कर लेते हैं सो एक बार 96 में से 95 माइनस होगा प्लस 1 बचेगा देन एक और बार 95 माइनस होगा प्लस 1 दोबारा से बचेगा फिर एक बार 96 में से 95.5 माइनस होगा तो प्लस 0.5 सो नेट कितना हो गया अभी प्लस 2.5 राइट फाइनली 96 में से 98 माइनस होगा ऑलराइट सो माइनस 2 बन जाएगा सो 2.5 minus 2 is 0.5 so only 0.5 is left प्लस एक बार 96 बचा है तो x का वैल्यू कितना आ जाएगा 96.5 so this is how you can make the calculations faster so we can say that for Deepan for this particular student the average in the fifth group the group score of English group will be 96.5 right the group score of English group will be 96.5 so in English group this student has scored 96 plus the marks of paper 2 all right so I'll call it y divided by 2 is equal to 96.5 so the value of y that means English paper 2 के marks कितने आ जाएंगे it will be equal to 97 so Deepan has scored 97 marks in English paper 2 this is one information that I have already received okay so probably this information will be used in subsequent questions we'll see that right so there was only one question mark in the entire table that was Deepan's English paper 2 marks and we have calculated it as 97 right now let us move towards the questions one by one now question number 1 says how much did Deepan get in English paper 2 so हम already calculate कर चुके हैं so English paper 2 Deepan's score is 97 marks all right so 97 is the score of Deepan in English paper 2 all right now for the next question I'll be giving you some time so let's see what will be question number 2 so question number 2 is among the top 10 students how many boys scored at least 95 in at least one paper from each group look at the language carefully first of all we'll have to look at these 10 students and we have to find out how many boys so boys कौन है ब्रैकेट में बी लिखा हुआ है नाम के आगे so Ram, Deepan, Sagnik, Sanjeev and so on these are the boys so how many boys scored at least 95 in at least one paper from each of the groups this is what you'll have to find out so now this is just an observation you'll have to do that so if I'll consider these boys one by one so first of all Ram so Ram PCB group yes 97 in mathematics yes in the third group 95 and 96 yes in the fourth group vernacular 94 and 94 so he has not scored 95 at least 95 in this particular group so Ram will not be considered Deepan 98 in first 95 in second 95 96 in third 96 in fourth 96 and 97 in fifth so Deepan is one of the students who has scored at least 95 in at least one of the papers of every group right? Sagnik, let's see. So Sagnik, it will not be there for Sagnik because of English group. Okay, Sanjeev, first group yes, second yes, third yes, fourth group, vernacular group, Sanjeev has not scored 95 in any of them. All right, Shikhar says option C. Okay, Shikhar, what will be the answer for this question that we are currently doing? Okay, so all of you quickly start calculating this. Now, Shreya is a girl. I'll leave Shreya. Joseph, Joseph, fine, fine. Joseph के लिए भी vernacular group में problem आ जाएगी. He has not scored 95 in any of the subjects. Agni is the next boy. And for Agni, again in vernacular group, he has not scored 95. Preetham is the next boy. And for Preetham also in vernacular group, he has not scored at least 95 in any of the subjects. All right. So I can say that among all the boys, there is only one boy, that is Deepan, who has scored at least 95 in at least one of the papers of each group. So the correct answer here should be option A, that is only one of the boys. Okay, simple question tha ye bhi. Now the questions that are going to come will be wonderful. So all of you will have to be very careful, attentive while solving these questions. Okay. Next question. Had Joseph, Agni, Preetham and Tirna. So they are talking about 4 students at the bottom of this table. So Joseph, Agni, Preetham and Tirna each obtained group scores of 100 in social science. So social science में इनका जो group score है that become 100. So social science group में how can a group score be 100? Group score can be 100 only when in both the papers of social science group a student has scored 100 marks. ठीक है? So social science का जो group है उसमें इनका कितना हो गया 100 for all these 4 students. Okay? अब इसकी वजह से क्या होगा? Because of this increase, their final score will increase, right? So what we have to do is we have to arrange these 4 students in the descending order of their final score. So right now we know their final score. So we just need to find out what will be the change, what will be the increase in their final score because of this increase in the group score or the individual score of both the papers of social science group. So because of this increase, what is the final effect on the final score? Fine. Now let us understand what will be the effect in this case. Now I'll consider any one of the students, let's say not among these 4, but चलो एक इनमें से ले लेते हैं, Joseph को उठा लेते हैं. So let us consider Joseph. Now Joseph's score in history is 94 and in geography it is 97. Now if Joseph's group score in social science has become 100, that means Joseph's individual marks in both these subjects will become 100, right? So what will be the increase in marks for Joseph in social science groups? So history, his marks will increase by 6 and in geography, his marks will increase by 3. So net increase will be equal to 9. All right. Now social science may or in this group, an increase of 9 will affect the final score. Now we need to know how this will affect. कितने से increase होगा? Okay. So let us forget about this 9. Now social science has 2 subjects. Let's say in social science group, the marks is increased by 1 in any of the subjects. Okay. So let's say in history, any student's marks is increased by 1. So अगर मैं 1 से increase करता हूं in this group of any subject, then what will be the effect of this plus 1 in one subject on the final score? हमें ये समझना है. ठीक है? So history में let's say plus 1 हो गया किसी भी एक student का. Now first of all, since there are 2 subjects in this group, so group score कितने से increase हो जाएगा? Group score will increase by half. Because to calculate group score, we have to consider the average of both the subjects in this group, right? So plus 1 in one of the subjects in social science group will increase the group score by half, right? Then after that, to calculate final score, the average of the 5 group scores is taken. So average of 5 group scores is taken. So that means it will be divided by 5. So increase of half in the group score of social science will increase the final score by half divided by 5. That is, the final score will increase by 1 upon 10. That is equal to 0.1. ओके सो दोबारा देखते हैं. सोशल साइंस ग्रुप में दो सब्जेक्ट्स हैं. किसी भी एक सब्जेक्ट में अगर +1 होता है देन द ग्रुप स्कोर विल इंक्रीज बाय 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 2 बिकॉज देयर वर टू सब्जेक्ट्स, right? And then the final score will increase by further divided by 5. That is half divided by 5, that is 1 upon 10. Okay, so I can now say that in social science group, +1 in any of the subjects, +1 in any of the subjects will lead to an increase of 1 by 10 in the final score. Similarly, for vernacular group, since there are two subjects here, so increase of 1 marks in any of the subjects in this group will lead to an increase of 1 by 10 in the final score. Same I can say with English, because there are again two subjects. So increase in 1 mark in any of the subjects of English group will increase the final score by 1 by 10. Let's come to PCB group. Now PCB group में अगर +1 होता है किसी भी एक सब्जेक्ट में, since there are 3 subjects, so group score will increase by 1 by 3 and the final score will increase by further divided by 5. That means 1 upon 15. So finally, final score will increase by 1 by 15 if there is an increase of 1 marks in any of the subjects in PCB group. Mathematics group एक ही subject है, so increase of 1 mark in mathematics group will increase the group score by 1 divided by 1 and the final score by further divided by 5, that is plus 1 by 5. Alright, so mathematics में 1 by 5 से increase होगा. Okay, alright. So I have now calculated the effect of an increase of 1 mark in any of these subjects. Okay, so effect will be written or effects are written at the top of the table. Done. अब आती है इनकी बारी. They are saying that social science group में 100 हो गया है. Okay, so let me increase all the data. And social science group में increase of 1 marks will lead to increase of 1 by 10. Now Joseph, let's take the first student Joseph. Joseph has scored 94 and 97. So for Joseph, history में marks कितने increase होंगे? +6 and geography it will become +3, right? So that means an overall increase of 9. The effect on final score will be 9 by 10, that is 0.9. So Joseph's final score will increase by 0.9. Now what is Joseph's initial score? 95. So 95 plus 0.9 will be 95.9. So this will be Joseph's new final score. Now next student is Agni. Now for Agni, 95 and 96. So 95 will become 100, that is +5. 96 will become 100, that is +4. So again for Agni, +9 has happened, +9 divided by 10, that is an increase of 0.9. This will be added to 94.3, right? So Agni's new final score will be 94.3 plus 0.9, that is 95.2. Done? Clear? All right. ठीक है. Now next student is Preetham. Now for Preetham, the increase 83 will become 100. That is 17 का increase होगा. And then 95 will become 100. That is +5. So +17 +5, that is +22 divided by 10. That is 2.2 का increase होगा for Preetham in the original value of 93.9. So it will become 95, 96, 96.1. Preetham's final score will be 96.1. And similarly for Tirna, it is 85, that is +15, and 94, that is +6. So it will increase by 21 divided by 10, that is 2.1 in 93.7. So 95 0.8 will be the final score of Tirna. Now we have to arrange them in decreasing order. So सबसे ज्यादा किसका आ जाएगा? सबसे ज्यादा प्रीतम. So first will be Preetam, second will be Joseph, third will be Tirna, and fourth will be Agni. So Preetam, Joseph, Tirna, and Agni. This should be the correct order, and the correct answer will be option A: Preetam, Joseph, Tirna, and Agni. All right, great. I hope you all have understood. So this is purely logical. So this is the type of questions that you will get in CAT examination. All right. चलिए fourth question देखते हैं इसी सेट का. Now question number 4. Students who obtained group scores of at least 95 in every group. Careful. This question is not similar to the previous question number 2. Students who obtained group scores of at least 95 in every group are eligible for the prize. Among those who are eligible, the student obtaining the highest group score in social science group is awarded the prize. So first of all, let us find out who is eligible. So eligible कौन होगा? जिसका group score will be at least 95 in every group. In every group. Okay. So first of all, let us talk about Aisha. Aisha's group score in all the groups should be at least 95. So Aisha ka physics, chemistry, bio, PCB group 98, 96 and 97. All the scores are above 95. So her group score in this group has to be above 95. Calculation करने की जरूरत नहीं है, approximation से सब कुछ हो जाएगा. ठीक है. So Aisha is eligible in PCB, fine. Mathematics, yes. But in social studies, Aisha's group score will be below 95. Right? So Aisha is not eligible. Okay. राम का चेक करते हैं. फर्स्ट ग्रुप इज फाइन, सेकंड इज फाइन, थर्ड अबव 95 दोनों में है तो डेफिनेटली होगा. बट vernacular group, he has scored 95, 94 and 94 in both. So group score of Ram in vernacular group will be less than 95. So Ram is not eligible. Likewise, you'll have to see other students. So Deepan, yes, yes, yes. So Deepan's group score, this is 97. So Deepan's group score in all the groups seems to be above 95 or at least 95. Vernacular, maybe Deepan will score exactly 95. So Deepan is one who is eligible. Done. Now, let us check only the names who are there in the options. ठीक है. So Shreya को check करते हैं. Shreya is this lady. Okay. So Shreya's group score in PCB. Shreya's group score in PCB will be below 95. So Shreya is not eligible. Ram already not eligible. Aisha already not eligible. And Deepan was eligible. And fifth option is no one from the top 10. Now I can see that among the first four options, only Deepan is eligible for the prize. Right? So I can say that Deepan has to be the answer. Okay, so I have checked the options. Deepan is the only eligible person and hence Deepan will be getting the prize. So correct answer is option D. Okay, next question, question number 5. Now this is slightly tough. Each of the students was allowed to improve his or her score in exactly one paper of the choice with the objective of maximizing his or her final score. ठीक है. So हर एक स्टूडेंट को, जितने भी 10 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, सबको अलाउ किया गया that they can improve their score in exactly one paper. Everyone scored 100 in the paper in which he or she has selected to improve. So let's say Aisha को option दिया गया that Aisha can improve her score in exactly one subject and take it to 100. So Aisha can change the score of one subject and will take it to 100, right? After that, who will be the topper among the 10 students? So options are Ram, Agni, Preetam, Aisha and Deepan. So let's check only these students. So I have to check Aisha, Ram, Deepan, Agni. Agni is here and Preetam. So these are the 5 students for which option is given to make the marks of one of the subjects equal to 100, right? Now if and objective is to maximize the final score, right? So Aisha, if given a chance, definitely an increase of 1 in PCB group will increase the final score by 1 by 15. Mathematics में 1 by 5, then 1 by 10, 1 by 10, 1 by 10 in all the remaining subjects. Okay, so आयशा को क्या करना चाहिए? आयशा को उस सब्जेक्ट में इंक्रीज करना चाहिए अपना स्कोर up till 100, such that she will have more increase, the highest increase in the final score. Okay, so out of the 6 subjects here in the last 3 groups, she has a minimum in geography. All right, so she can either increase her marks in geography. So if she will increase 7 marks in geography and take it to 100, okay, so increase of 7 marks in geography will increase the final score by 0.7, right? So 0.7 ये चीज उठा लेते हैं, right? So Aisha's increase in geography by 7 marks will make her final score increase by 0.7. Done. Now will she increase the marks in mathematics? Because mathematics में सबसे ज्यादा फायदा होगा 1 by 5 से increase होगा, but mathematics में she can increase her marks only by 2. So 2 upon 5 कितना होता है? 2 upon 5 is 0.4. So ज्यादा फायदा नहीं होगा, ज्यादा फायदा इसको कहां पे हो रहा है? Geography में increase करने से. So increase in 0.7 will happen in the final score. So Aisha, right now her score is 96.2, then plus 0.7 will take her score to 96.9, right? Now let us talk about Ram, the next student. Now for Ram, increase in 3 marks in mathematics will increase the final score by 3 by 5. That is 0.6. I can keep it. Then out of the remaining subjects, if he will increase his marks in either paper of vernacular group, so it will give him a margin of 6 marks. 6 divided by 10, again 0.6. So Ram या तो mathematics group में अपना 6 marks, 3 marks increase कर ले, or he can increase his score in any paper of vernacular group. Both will lead to an increase of 0.6 in the final score. So 96.1 plus 0.6, it will become 96.7. So Ram's final score is 96.7, which is less than Agni. So Ram is not the topper. Let's talk about Deepan, the next student. Now Deepan will increase his score either in mathematics or in vernacular group 94. Now Deepan's increase in mathematics group will increase by 5 marks. 5 marks in mathematics group will lead to an increase of 5 divided by 5, that is 1 mark in the final score. But अगर वो vernacular में 94 को 100 करता है, so 6 marks से increase होगा, 6 upon 10 is 0.6. So ज्यादा फायदा इसको किस में है? Mathematics में increase करने में. So 1 plus original score 96 will become 97. So Deepan can be the topper. Alright, अभी तक Deepan topper है. चलते हैं आगे, आयशा की बात करते हैं. आयशा, आई एम सॉरी, आयशा, ओके डन हो गया. अग्नि नेक्स्ट स्टूडेंट. सो अग्नि will increase her score in this paper. 82, बहुत कम मार्क्स है. She can increase it by 18. Alright, now 18 divided by 10 is 1.8, added to 94.3. Added to 94.3, her final score will become 94, 95, 96.1. So Agni will also not be the topper. Finally, Preetham, last student, can increase his score in this paper. 83 है, 17 का increase होगा. 17 का increase, that means 1.7 added to 93.9. Again, he will not be the topper. So I can say that Deepan is the topper. Okay, so Deepan will be the topper, and that should be the final answer. Okay, all right. So that was this set. I hope you would have enjoyed doing this set. If yes, please do like this session, and we'll quickly move on to the next set. So second set for the day. So this is the information that is given to you. The proportion of male students and the proportion of vegetarian students in a school are given below. The school has a total of 800 students, 80% of whom are in secondary section, Rest are equally divided between class 11 and class 12. So if you look at the table, yes, this is the entire data. If you will look at the table, first of all, the entire school is divided in three parts: class 12, class 11, and secondary section, right? Now for secondary section, out of total 800 students, 80% are studying in secondary section, right? And then remaining 20% are equally divided among class 12 and class 11. So this is the first bifurcation of total number of students in class 12, class 11 and secondary section. Done? Yes, Jaydev, that was cat level set. Definitely I can say that was cat level set. Okay. So first of all, this is the division. Then further, every class, class 12, class 11 and secondary section, every class is further divided in males and females, as well as vegetarians and non-vegetarians. All right. So this is the proportion of males and vegetarians that is given in this table. Now what we have to do is we have to convert all of them in form of numbers. Absolutely correct, Jaydev. Good. So keep it up. So Jaydev, I'll now be finalizing this table. So this is already the table that is given to us in the form of proportions. Now let us make a table in which I'll be writing the number of these people. Okay. So first of all, class 12, then 11, and then secondary section, and finally the total number of people. And I'll first of all calculate the total number of people in this. Okay. Then I'll divide each of these class in number of males and number of females. You all can start with the calculations and then vegetarians and non-vegetarians. Okay. So this is the table that I am going to fill. So all of you can answer to the questions that I'm going to ask you now. So first of all, if I'll divide total of 800 students, if I divide total of 800 students among class 12, class 11 and secondary. So secondary section, it is given that secondary section has 80% of the students. So 80% of 800 will be how much? It will be, yes, Jaydev, absolutely. It will be 640. Now the remaining 160 students are equally divided in class 12 and class 11. So each of these classes will have 80 students in them. Done. Now in class 12, the proportion of male students is 0.6. So proportion of male students is 0.6. That means I can say that number of male students is 60% of the total students of class 12. So it is 60% of 80. That will be 48 students. Simple calculations. So number of females will become 80 minus 48, that is 32. First thing over. Second thing, in class 11, 55% students are there who are male. So 80 ka 55% kitna hoga? It will be 44. And the remaining 36 will be females. Done? Then looking at the total number of students, total number of males. So total number of males is 47.5%. 47.5% of 800. Orally अगर calculate करें 47.5 calculate करना है तो पहले मैं 50% calculate करता हूं. So 50% is 400 minus 2.5%. 2.5% के लिए 25% है 1/4, that is 200. So 2.5% will be 20. So 400 minus 20, that is 380. So 380 should be the total number of males in this out of 800. So number of females kitni ho jayenge? It will be 420. Right? Now based on this data, now you can calculate the number of males and number of females in secondary section. Clear? So what will be the number of males in secondary section? So 380 total number of males minus 48 and 44. That means 92 minus karna hai. So 280, 288 will be this value. All right, 288 will be this value for males. Similarly for females, either you can subtract 288 from 640 or you can subtract 32 and 36 from 420. So 32 और 36 माइनस कर देते हैं. So 60 माइनस किया 360 and then 8 352. So 352 will be the number of females in secondary section. All right, ठीक है? Done. So this is the bifurcation of males and females. Similar lines, you can do the same thing for vegetarians and non-vegetarians. So vegetarians and non-vegetarians पे चलते हैं. Wait. Okay. So in class 11, 50% are vegetarians. So that will be 40 and 40. In secondary section, 55% are vegetarians. So 640 ka 55%. It will be 320 plus 32, that is 352. So remaining 288 will be non-vegetarians. Out of total, 53% are vegetarians. So 800 ka 53%, 424 are vegetarians. So remaining 376 will be non-vegetarians. So quickly give me the number of vegetarians and non-vegetarians for class 12. Subtraction karna hai simply. So 392. We have to subtract 392 from 424. Okay. You can do that. So 24 and 8, 32. And the remaining 48 will be non-vegetarians. So table is done. Calculations were not at all difficult, and all the questions now will be based on the things that we have done up till now. ठीक है? So जल्दी से देखते हैं questions. I'll keep coming back to the table. So first question, what is the percentage of male students in the secondary section? Percentage of male students in secondary section. So secondary section, male students is 288. So basically 288 is what percentage of 640? 288 is what percentage of 640? This is what we have to find out. Options. Okay, so these are the options: 40 percentage, 45, 50, 55, 60. So it is definitely less than 50%. So these cannot be the answer. 64 का 40, 640 का 40% कितना होता है? It is 256. It is also not 40%. So I have eliminated 4 options. Simple. So the correct answer will be option B. So option B, that is 45%, is the correct answer. ठीक है? Yes, this one is correct. Question number 7. In class 12, 25% of vegetarians are male. So class 12 लिख लेते हैं पहले. So class 12, number of males, females, vegetarians and non-vegetarians कितना था? I'll copy it from the table. 48, 32, 32, 48. Okay. So this is the values for class 12. They are saying that 25% of the vegetarians, 25% of the vegetarians are male. So 32 का 25% कितना होगा? 8. 8 are males. So females will be 24. So among vegetarians, males will be 8 and females are 24. What is the total number of males? Total number of males are 48, out of which 8 are vegetarians. So remaining males, that is 40 males, will be non-vegetarians, and remaining females, that is 8 females, will be non-vegetarians. Cool? So question is, what is the difference between the number of female vegetarians? So female vegetarians is 24 and male non-vegetarians is 40. We have to calculate the difference between these two numbers, and the correct answer is 16. Perfect. Good, Jaydev. So you have already given the answer. 16. Yes, it is the correct answer. Question number 8. What is the percentage of vegetarian students in class 12? Class 12 में percentage of vegetarian. So class 12, males, females, vegetarians, non-vegetarians, 48, 32, 32, 48. So vegetarians is how many? 32 vegetarians are there out of 80. So 40% of the students in class 12 will be vegetarian students, and option A should be the correct answer. And yes, it is definitely correct. All right, great. And that's all. This was the last question of this set. Okay, so friends, that is all from my side for the day. Hope you would have liked this session. Also, in case you want to be a part of BYJU'S exam prep, so you can join one of the comprehensive programs for CAT 2023. For the batches are already started, so you can join any of these batches and be a part and prepare with us. Last lap to ZAT for 2023 aspirants for ZAT 2023, which is going to happen on 8th of January. Last lap to ZAT 2023. This series of sessions will start from today, 21st of December, and will go up till 1st of January. Daily, there will be a session at 7 p.m. So you must catch us live, be a subscriber of BYJU'S Exam Prep channel on YouTube, and do attend all these sessions in the live format. ZAT 2023 All India Open Mock will be live for another 2 days up till 23rd of December. So please do register and attempt this examination. Right? So we'll meet again at 7 p.m. today. Today, if you want, you can join at 7 p.m. I'll be taking a session on ZAT preparation for the arithmetic. So we'll see you again tonight at 7 o'clock. Till then, have a wonderful day. Thanks for being a part of this session. Bye bye.